It's everybody's favorite time of the week. Matt Ryan gives his Quarterback of the Week award, and we have to give a disclaimer. It's only from Sunday. We can go back to Thursday where we had two elite quarterback performances, but we keep it only to the games we saw yesterday. So with that in mind, Matt, who's your winner this week?
All right, my winner for Sunday Performance of the Week is Kyler Murray. I thought Kyler was very good yesterday, and I thought that offense played like they're playing. I've said this before, but I think they're playing right at their ceiling, right? I think they're playing about as good as they can play, and I give Jonathan Gannon, head coach, a lot of credit because he's maximizing what they have on that roster. Trey McBride is a beast. Marvin Harrison Jr. is playing well. I mean, he's really playing well, and I think Kyler's in a position with the run game now with James Conner, where he's not being asked to like 45, 50 pass attempts per game, scrambling around for his life. He's running the football. He's being efficient in the passing game. I thought he played excellent yesterday. They put it on the Jets and basically, eliminated the Jets' hopes of making a run to the postseason. It was an impressive performance. I give Kyler a lot of credit.
I think this is Kyler's second award now that you've given to him. Yep. I think after the Rams win where he went off, I believe that was week 2, he won the award as well. But in this one, 22 of 24, 266 passing yards, 3 total touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 passing, and he broke Carson Palmer's franchise record with 17 straight completions in that game.
Hell yeah.
Kyler, man, I agree. This offense right now, because they had so much young talent at skill positions, whether it was Trey McBride, who's a third-year player, Michael Wilson, who's a second-year wide receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr., who's a rookie wide receiver, where it probably was always going to take a little bit. We talk about getting on the same page for all these guys to get on the same page, especially given Kyler barely played last year just down the stretch. So we really hadn't seen it yet. But I think now this team atop the NFC West, they're real challengers to win that division. I know it's a low division, but they don't have that hard a schedule. I think they could easily win.
There was a big box fade that Kyler Murray threw to Marvin Harrison in the right side of the end zone. It was the touchdown, and it was a beautiful display of change of speed. Like where the receiver gives you a look, and then he friggin' finds 4th, 5th, 6th gear immediately. Late hands to the throw. Beautiful pass. That connection's awesome to watch. You mentioned Trey McBride. He's been a ton of fun. But I think the engine of this offense is James Conner. Every single time he touches the ball, I see a group of men inspired by the effort, the tenacity, the physicality of the way he carries the football. I love this Cardinals team. And to your point, they're young. They're figuring out how to win. They're getting hot. And to Matt's point, we are seeing them at top gear right now. And it's only a matter of how long can they keep this thing going offensively.
Yeah, that's the question. Can they keep it where they're at right now for another 7-8 weeks, right? Because I think the 49ers are coming. Like I know they have not been firing on all cylinders, but this is a team historically that has played really well in the second half of seasons, and they're right there nipping on their heels with Christian McCaffrey coming back. Ricky Pearsall played pretty well for them yesterday. I expect the Niners to be there in the end. But if the Cardinals are going to do it, they're going to need to continue to play offense and defense. Their defense played really, really well yesterday. They're going to need to play both sides of the ball the way that they're playing right now.
It is crazy to think about this defense, or just this team as a whole, that they really, outside of Kyler Murray's contract, outside of Budda Baker's contract, it's all either kind of veteran free agents who are on cheap sort of deals or youngsters on that roster, and they're already atop the NFC West. They're going to have a lot of cap space to play with, a team that could make a lot of noise here in the coming years. If you had to give an honorable mention, Matt, to someone this week, and we could even throw in some of those quarterbacks on Thursday night if you really want to, who would it go to this week?
I mean, both guys on Thursday night, right? Both guys played awesome Thursday night. Lamar is unbelievable. I feel like he could almost get it every week with the way that he's playing right now. But Joe Burrow's having a great year, and I've been in that position before where you're scoring points on offense and you're not winning games, right? And it's hard and it's frustrating, but you got to keep your head down and keep the belief that the next week's going to be different. And I give Jamar Chase, I give Joe Burrow a lot of credit for just going out there and competing week in and week out, even with not getting much help on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, I was telling Renner earlier that this reminds me of, I forget what year it was, but it was like Amari Stoudemire, Steve Nash. It was the Phoenix Suns from like 2008. They would score 130 points a game, but they couldn't really stop people defensively. This kind of feels like this group here with Cincinnati. They have so much talent on the offensive side of the ball. It's unbelievable. And Jamar Chase, the only player in NFL history to go, I think, over 265 yards twice. Guy's unbelievable.
457 yards this season against the Ravens, the most of one player versus any team. But the Bengals aren't out of it. I think we're talking like they're out of it right now. They're only a game back of the Broncos somehow. AFC wildcard picture, pretty rough. Thanks so much for joining us, Matt. If you want to hear Matt talk some more, him and the NFL Today crew is going to Orchard Park, New York this Sunday for Chiefs at Bills on location. Tune in at noon Eastern on CBS right after watching our boy Kyle Long here on that other pregame show on CBS Sports Network, 8 to 12 a.m.